All right, welcome back to the studio. I hope you guys had a good holidays and spent it with family. And this week we're going to make limited watercolor palettes. That's my challenge, at least this month, is watercolor and doing limited palettes. I'm gonna do winter watercolors. So this is a new year, new palette. So let's go paint. All right, welcome back to the studio, and we are gonna swatch out some watercolors and create our new winter watercolor palette. All right, got the watercolors out, and we're gonna just use the drawing pad and swatch them out. I already did a little swatch there on the left to see if I liked the colors that I was gonna pick. But I decided that I would swatch them out for you, and I did even more than what I had originally done. I like this color palette. I think I'll take it out and do some plein air painting. This year my goal is to develop a better sketchbook habit. So I'd like to get out and do a lot more plein air painting and do it in my sketchbook. And then that way when I come back in the studio, I have tons of reference to go by. So this is kind of like, I don't know, like an old timey like color palette, very muted. It's been fun. I've done a few sketchbook pages in it now. Later on, after we get this swatched out, we'll paint something really quick together with it. And maybe I'll show you a few of the things that I've done in my sketchbook. That's sky blue, I think. I did a yellow ochre color, a burnt sienna, and sky blue. And black and white. I can't even tell what the two colors that I'm mixing here because the recording thing is over the bottom part of the video. I think it was a blue and the yellow, the ochre and the sky blue. Oh, this I think makes I think I have the sketchbook here. Let's see. I thought I had it handy. I guess not. Not super handy. I love the sky blue and the burnt sienna together. That makes a really rich purple color. That is really odd. I don't know where my... I don't know where it went. Can't be too far. In my messy studio here somewhere. And I say messy and I have already cleaned it. Over here. Oh, I found it. I found it. Let's see. All right, the first row is yellow ochre, burnt sienna, and sky blue. Then I mixed yellow ochre and burnt sienna. Then I did the yellow ochre and burnt. Yeah. Nope, I did not do that. I did, I think, the sky blue and burnt sienna. And then I added white and I got that gray color, that dark gray. And then I added more white and I got it lighter. And the last row is another burnt sienna and sky blue plus white, and I got a lighter purple that time. And then I just did some blue and ochre and got some grays and whites. And now I'm going to get out my sketchbook, and I am using, for reference, one of the 12 days of Christmas challenge, one at the first page that we did. It's kind of a, I liked the composition. It had the S composition and mountains and trees, and I didn't put the mountain in this one, and I just did the trees and a field, but it was my inspiration. So I'm just kind of going in here with some marks. I just used a Prismacolor sketching pencil, just regular graphite. That's what that is on the side. I think it's their turquoise series. The lead isn't turquoise, it's just their drawing pencils. They're called turquoise. I'll link them below in my show notes. And I like using 2 containers of water. The smaller one I use to first rinse my brush, and then that bigger container is where I clean it, and then I have clean water if I need to do washes and stuff like that. Doing a light wash in the sky. Coming in with a light wash of that sky blue. Oh, I had to move my coffee because I dipped my paintbrush in my coffee cup. The good news is I had cleaned it off, but I was going to put it in the clean water to give it a final rinse, and I stuck it in my coffee cup instead. So most of the paint was probably gone, so that's good. Getting the water in. I struggled with this in the beginning because I thought that it maybe was looking a little bit too fall, but I'm looking at it now and I really like it. It's a simple, definitely looks winter-esque. So I'm excited to get out and use this actually out plein air painting. So I don't know if I'll have something next week. It's supposed to be like really, really cold. So maybe near the end of the month, I'll start getting out and painting outside. I've got a still life going with oils that I think that's next week. So that's been a ton of fun. I hope everybody had good holidays, whatever you celebrate, and that you got to spend time with your families. I did not get art supplies, although I did get some gift cards so that I can go out and get some art supplies. I just have not gotten any yet. What did you guys get? Any art supplies? Painting in the birch trees. I don't think these trees were in my original sketch. Trying to see if I find my original one. I thought that I had shown the reference photo in the beginning, but maybe I missed that. I was maybe talking. Oh, I do have a tree over there, but just one. So I made two, and then that bigger tree there on the right side. So there's 3 trees in the painting. I think our eyes like to see things in 3s. Pairs tend to not be as pleasing as groups of 3. So the sketchbook's just a mixed media, 5x8. I've been, working across the 2 pages because that gives me roughly an 8x10 size, which is the smallest size paintings that I do on canvas. So that's been better for me And if I like something in my sketchbook, I can translate that at least onto an 8x10 canvas. Oh, sorry, I'm blocking what I'm doing there with my fat hand. Just drawing limbs, so you didn't miss much. Oh, I wanted to have some leaves still fall leaves still kind of hanging on to the trees. Because, we still have some leaves that still stick around. But I wanted them to be a little bit kind of on the more redder side than the darker brown. But with the colors that I have, you just gotta improvise. That's the thing with working with a limited palette, is that you can't just go and pick a red. I do find that it certainly makes this painting a lot more cohesive. I never have really mixed a lot of paints, and I have been working on that since this fall when I was out plein air painting, because I want to limit my supplies that I'm bringing out with me, and limiting supplies means limiting your colors. So maybe I'll have like seasonal palettes. That's what I'm thinking. Like, this will also work for a fall palette. In my original painting, if you go watch the video, you'll see that area was more of a smaller rock, and I felt that I could make it bigger and more like land. So I like that. I like both paintings. So now I'll have two to work from, and maybe I can do a video where I show you how I take these two references and we'll translate it onto canvas. I'm not sure. I don't know if you guys are interested in how I do that. My oil painting that I'm currently working on was a something from my sketchbook that I had done in watercolor, and the canvas had already had paint on it. I was working in acrylics and doing a landscape. I liked the landscape, but I didn't like the clouds. Now the clouds are flowers in the vase, so I use a little bit of my intuitive painting. I like, mark making and how those first layers still are showing through. So I like working that way. I like working over old paintings, and it's not just because I don't paint over things because I don't like it. Like I said, I liked that painting, other than the cloud. There was some clouds that had some weird angles, or they looked odd, and I could have, fixed it, but I felt that the painting was telling me that it was a still life, not a landscape. So that's what I mean, like intuitive. Like I use my intuitive skills. Oops. Let's see, what are we doing? More branches. I think I was trying to think, how am I going to make these birch trees with just the colors that I have? Oh, geez. Putting in some snow on the branches. I think I ended up using gesso. I had heard, I don't remember who the artist was, but I was watching her channel, and she said something about that she uses gesso with her watercolor. So there you go. I think then it probably makes your watercolor a gouache. I'm not sure, but I do like it. I like gesso. It's got a transparency about it that I like. Dotting in some trees. working on the grasses. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, I love to add figures or animals to my paintings. You know, it just kind of brings in life. And I should have put a cardinal maybe in one of the trees, or a Canadian goose or something in the water. That would be fun. All right, that's what I'm doing when I do it on canvas. The grasses I alternated like the yellow ochre and the burnt sienna. I mean, I think that's obvious, but just in case you guys are wondering what colors I'm using. Now I'm going and putting the snow in with my gesso. I think I started with a milk white or a titanium for the watercolors, and I don't think that it was giving me that snow look of snow, so I pulled out the gesso. I think all I'm doing now is just putting in the grasses. I'll let you guys finish watching me do that, but don't go away, and I will show you some sketchbook stuff. hope you guys liked that. It's a ton of fun playing around. I didn't want to do anything like too detailed because it was just a demo in what you can get with those colors, but this is the reference that I was working from. This is day 1 of the 12 Days of Christmas abstract challenge. That was fun. I used a ton of stuff. I'll link the video down below so you guys can go see it. And this is how that turned out. Oh, I was gonna compare them. That was the whole point of this. I dropped it. Okay. So there you go. I don't copy. I just use it as a jumping off point. And then, like I said, I'll probably do that again and add some sort of bird. Who knows what I'll be feeling that day when I do it, but I'll probably do it on canvas next. So you guys stick with me and we'll go out plein air painting with our new palette. But until then, stay messy, playful, and wild, and I'll see you.